On today's episode of Press Play, we are answering some big questions, like is Oklahoma City really one of the happiest cities? And who will win big at the Grammy Awards?
We've got your sports highlights, plus a look at OCU's new esports management degree. All of this and more, only on Press Play.
Hello and welcome to Press Play, Oklahoma City University's newest show, sharing stories you want to know. I'm Amanda Cardoso.
And I'm Katie Allsup. We begin our show with some campus news. 2 new officers, Crystal Reynolds and Roy Anderson, have been hired by campus police officials. There are now 6 campus police officers. The campus police department has narrowed a large pool of applicants down to 5 for the potential role of the campus police chief. The School of Theater has added Greece as a new study abroad location. 10 to 16 students will get the chance to study there for 6 weeks this summer. The School of Theater says this location was added because of the high number of Greek tragedies the program puts on. The students will get to take classes and sightsee around Cyprus. OCU is adding a new esports management degree. The bachelor's degree program is joining the Mass Communications department next fall. It will combine exercise sports science, management, as well as communications courses.
Really needs to be addressed and have an academic lens shown on it, because there are people who are interested and they want to do this for a living, and we want to help them. We want to help our students succeed.
Applications are already being accepted for fall 2020. For more information, visit okcu.edu/esports.
In local news, Riversport OKC will be hosting the 2020 U.S. Olympic Team Trials for whitewater slalom. The trials will consist of 2 rounds of competition over 2 weekends in the spring of next year. According to officials, this is the second time in 4 years Oklahoma City has been selected to host the U.S. Olympic Team Trials for this sport. Country music star and Oklahoma native Toby Keith is spreading some holiday joy to some deserving more children. Keith joined Santa and law enforcement officers to deliver Christmas gifts to 6 children's homes on Sunday. This toy ride is an annual event put on by Keith's organization, OK Kids Corral, which helps children with cancer. The Oklahoma City Thunder are also getting local children in the holiday spirit. The full team roster hosted their 12th annual Holiday Assist event for foster children and their families from Citizens Caring for Children. This fun event had food, arcade games, and the children were also given gifts, including a pair of Nike shoes, some Thunder gear, and tickets to a future home game.
Oklahoma City is known for Brahms ice cream, the Thunder, wonderful brunch food. But what about happiness? Perhaps the happiest place on earth is closer than you think. WalletHub.com ranked 182 of the happiest cities in the country, with Oklahoma City coming in at slot 128. So, is Oklahoma City really a happy place, or does the low rank depict something else?
Well, I would say that the people who ranked it one of the happiest cities probably had just gone to Empire and obviously had the pink sauce, because we all know that it's sent from the heavens. But I would say the people who did not agree with this probably wish that we had some better shopping and probably went down to Dallas.
Oklahoma City has a lot of hidden gems in it, just some things that you wouldn't normally think to do, just like looking at like surface level. So I think that's super cool, and like something that if you lived in Oklahoma City, you would only know, you know what I mean?
The Mexican food here is terrible. That makes me sad. It's super windy, so I can't ever have my hair down very often, so that also makes me sad.
The rankings were based upon a list of factors, including depression rate, income growth rate, and average leisure time.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. You know, like Oklahoma City itself is a really cool place to be. I think the best place in Oklahoma City is the Plaza District, for sure. And it's really cool because it's not too far from here. But places like Empire and Roxy's and Lyric on the plaza is always a good place to go. And so that area has always just been really cool. And it's, like I said, it's always growing.
When I first moved here, I did not expect to stay here for more than 5 years. That was 16 years ago. So I definitely think it's a happy place. Lots of reasons, but the primary reason for me is right here. And working at this wonderful university, Oklahoma City University.
These conversations lead us to believe that Oklahoma City is indeed a happy place. After this commercial break, we will be talking with the campus newspaper's editor-in-chief, Emily Wollenberg. Stay with us.
This is my city.
And we were just like,
This is where I learn. This is my city. This is where I learn. Play. Work. Eat. This is my city. This is my home.
Oklahoma isn't your room. So don't trash it.
Hello there, folks. It looks like a beautiful day today at Oklahoma City University. On the north side, we have a 100% chance of support and hard work as the sports teams make some wins. And on the east side of campus, there's a front of beautiful music and performances coming in, so you can look forward to that. And on the south side near the quad, we're seeing a high chance of students relaxing and soaking up the sun. I'm seeing some hammocks too. And on the west side is getting a strong breeze of Z's. Students in dorms catching up on some sleep after some schoolwork. I'm Cameron Calloway. Enjoy the OCU weather.
Here to talk to us about campus news from this week and give us a sneak peek on what's to come, Student Publications Editor-in-Chief Emily Wollenberg. Hi, Emily. How are you?
I'm great, Katie. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. So we've seen a lot of frustration this week with Cokesbury gates.
That's right.
Could you tell us what's happening with that and why people are so upset?
Yeah, so the main issue is that the gates either are not locking or they are locking and trapping students in or out of the Cokesbury Court apartment complex. And then there's even one gate where the little bar that locks it has been removed somehow. We think that it might be because a student was frustrated with the gate not locking or locking and just took it out. So how they're going about fixing this is they're bringing in a third-party company because the gates are operated by a third party, and so they are supposedly checking the gates every day to see if they're working, if they're letting students out, letting them in, and this is a big safety concern for students because if the gates aren't locking, then there's periods at night where basically anyone can come in, and if they are locking, it's really frustrating for students when they're trying to get to a class and can't get out a certain gate, so they have to go around to a different gate in the complex. And so they're trying to fix this problem. Casey Kreger, the director of Housing and Residence Life, has said that they're looking into a different company, perhaps to have these keypads, because what's happening is when moisture gets into the keypads, then it causes this dysfunction, and so it might just be they have to kind of hire a new company to take this on because, you know, these gates are outside, so if it rains or there's moisture in the evening, obviously that's going to affect it, and so there just needs to be a better long-term solution. So Casey Kreger says that they're definitely paying attention to this issue and they want to look for more long-term solutions, but students are, you know, validly frustrated because it presents safety concerns, convenience concerns, and so I think they're glad to hear that Housing and Residence Life is really taking a look at this seriously.
Yeah, and hopefully it gets fixed soon.
Yeah.
The School of Theater, they have a show going on this weekend, Arcadia, which you are a part of. Could you tell me about the show?
Yeah, so it's basically 2 shows in one. There's a show in the past, which is in 1809, and then there's a show in the 21st century, and it's set on the same English estate. It's in England. So in 1809, it follows Thomasina Coverley, who is a 13-year-old girl, and her tutor, Septimus Hodge. And she is a brilliant girl and is very educated about mathematics and science and is just way beyond her time. And she's discovering all these amazing things that a 13-year-old in 1809 should not have the ability to discover. But her tutor is kind of just blown away by all these things that she is discovering and helping her as she grows older. And then in the 21st century, they are looking back at some of the books and the journals and math books that they have from the past and trying to figure out what it was she discovered and, you know, how a 13-year-old girl in 1809 was able to learn about these things. And it's stuff about mathematics and the second law of thermodynamics and things that weren't really thought about in the 1800s, but this young woman was able to discover it. And so it's kind of a jump back and forth between things that are going on in the 1800s and then what they're figuring out in the 21st century. But it's not just about science and math, it's also about love and sexual attraction and how sometimes the people that you would think would be together aren't necessarily together. And so there's no formula for the way the world works, it's just kind of how it is. And so as Thomasina gets older, there's this relationship that develops between her and her tutor, and then in the 21st century, there's some relationships that develop there that you might not expect. So it's just a really interesting commentary on, you know, what is kind of set in place, what are the formulas of the world, and then how love kind of messes that all up.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it. And tell us what's to come with the news.
Yeah, so our last paper of the semester is Semester in Review, and that's just basically a bunch of pictures from the semester, highlights of the year so far. So we'll probably have some from Miss OCU, from the big shows of the semester, sports highlights, just some really fun moments. So it's just going to be all pictures and kind of descriptions about it. So it'll be nice to look back on the campus and see all that OC's been doing so far.
Well, thank you so much, Emily. I've had a wonderful time getting to interview you the last couple of shows.
Thank you so much, Katie.
Coming up, we've got your sports highlights, including basketball, soccer, and volleyball, all after this break.
There are plenty of teams in every sport that have great players and never win titles. Most of the time, those players aren't willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. One thing I believe to the fullest is that if you think and achieve as a team, the individual accolades will take care of themselves. Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships.
I was looking for a way to help out with my community while also getting close with my gal pals.
I've been looking for an addition in my life that can make things more lively.
I wanted a companion to curl up with at night.
That's why we adopted these guys.
Research shows that women love cute little things. So what's wrong with you? Get a guy who's guaranteed to stay.
What is Mass Comm at OCU? It's working on a breaking story. It's creating ad campaigns for real clients. It's training in public relations. It's an internship downtown. It's not a lecture hall with 200 students. It's not waiting to meet with your professor. It's knowing everyone's name. It's winning awards and honors.
And it's reporting live from Oklahoma City.
Find out what it is for you at okcu.edu.
Our women's basketball team has had an incredible season so far, winning all of their first 9 games.
Here is Ryan Leatch and Kealon Clayborne with coverage of the team's Oklahoma City Classic games.
Yeah. Thanks, Katie. Here I am with Kealon Clayborne at the Oklahoma City Classic as the Stars take on Philander Smith. Kealon, the Stars are currently 3-0, and it's a lot of expectations for them. They're top 3 in the country, a lot of things to live up to. Do you think they could do it?
I think your Stars can do it. Right now, they're 3-0 right now. I just feel like if they keep their tempo up and keep their spirits high, they can have a great season this year.
I agree. I think they can. Should be a big season for our girls. Here's some highlights.
Erica Agnew makes a quick swing, found Mallory Hart for a 3. Brenna Siegler pump fakes and shoots a 3 at the top of the key. Shamika Smith pushed the ball at fast pace, then crosses over and gets it and 1. Smith penetrates into the defense and finds the hot hand Lockhart for another 3. Stars throw inside for a sweet post jump shot from Jalen Knight. Taylor Sylvester looks and finds Smith for an open 3. The Stars are hitting from all angles in this game. As Shyla Hernandez turns, gets her defender off balance and drives through 3 defender and gets it and 1. As your Stars get the win over Philander Smith, 90-58.
Stars had a great win last night against Philander Smith. Here they are again to take on Haskell. Any thoughts about the game?
I think they'll do pretty good today, though they had a tough injury last night losing to Abby Selzer. But I feel like if they still execute and run the sets well, then I feel like Coach Bo can have these girls get another win tonight.
That's absolutely true. With Coach Bo, you always got a chance. Here's some highlights.
Taylor with the swing to Erica Ockney for the 3, and it's good. Hayden with the swing to Ockney. Ockney hits Taylor Sylvester for the jumper. Sylvester with the swing to Shamika Smith. Shamika Smith with the swing to Taylor for the 3, and it's good. Agnew with the pass to Brennan Siegler. Siegler with the swing to Peyton Taylor. She jabs, scans the defense, dribbles, pull-ups for the jumper, and it's good. Riley Watson here with the pass to Jalen Knight for the jumper, and it's good. Shamika Smith with the pass to Charlotte Hammonds for the 3. Money. Watson with the pass to Jordan Eaton. Eaton dribbles, swings it back to Riley Watson for the 3, and it's good. Stars with a dominating performance against Haskell, winning 82-46 to close out the OCU Classic.
Coming off a great win tonight, I'm here with Mallory Lockhart. How was tonight's win? What did you see out there?
It was a great team win. We were moving the ball around really well. We were making our open shots, and our shots were falling, so it was a good win.
Y'all had a tough injury last game. How are you able to get ready for that and prepare for tonight's game?
We just had to step it up. Taylor really stepped it up tonight. She played 37 minutes. She had 16 points. She was a great leader tonight for us.
All right, you heard it from Mallory Lockhart first. As your Stars get the win tonight, back to you, Katie.
Both women's and men's basketball teams have a bit of a break, with their next game scheduled for January 2nd.
Switching over to soccer and volleyball, we've got Katlyn Smith here with us to cover those 2 sports.
Thanks, Amanda. The Stars had a tough season. Coach Brian Harvey coaching his last game. They did qualify for the conference tournament. They played Mid-American Christian University. Haley Terrell takes a free kick for the Stars, but hits the crossbar. Maddie Caputo shoots on goal, and it is saved by the goalie. Rachel Brantley misses a shot wide right of the goal. Bailey Webb passes to Annie Bragg, who then takes a shot on goal that is saved by the goalie. Lindsay Spear throws the cross ball in, and Jessica Titsworth crosses the ball. Bailey Webb, who takes a shot on goal. Defender tries to kick the ball out and ends up hitting Kayla Am, and then attempts another shot on goal. And the Stars lost 1-0 to close their season. Right before Thanksgiving break on campus, the Oklahoma City University volleyball players were getting ready for the Sooner Athletic Conference. OCU hosted the Sooner Athletic Conference tournament at the Abe Lemons Arena. The Stars were looking to capture their 4th consecutive SAC volleyball tournament championship.
Head coach Kristen Covington is making history for the women's volleyball team. For the 2019-2020 season, the team has accomplished a record of 33 consecutive wins. The volleyball team is ranked 16th in the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics. For this being head coach Kristen Covington's first year coaching at Oklahoma City University, she is making her mark. She recently received the Coach of the Year award and has showed nothing but gratitude and thanks to her girls on the team.
They earned that award, I didn't. I told them I just kind of tell them what to do and they go out there and execute. So it's humbling and it's a great honor, but I accredit it to the girls. So because they work hard and they love me and I love them, so that helps.
Sophia sets the ball, Lacey spikes the ball and scores for the Stars. Isabel serves the ball and Texas Wesleyan misses, scoring a point for the Stars. Ella bump passes the ball, Sophia bumps the ball, and Lacey hits an ace for the Stars.
It feels so good. I'm so happy with the results of our practice, and I'm just so thrilled that all of our hard work has paid off throughout the season. And we just met all of our goals that we set in the beginning of the season, so it's just super exciting.
Big win for the Stars, but unfortunately, the Stars' winning streak came to an end as they played against Morningside, Iowa in Sioux City at the NAIA Women's Volleyball Championship on Tuesday. The Stars advanced to round 16 of the championship and will play today at 1:30. Good luck, Stars. Back to you, Amanda.
Thanks, Caitlin. After this short break, we've got OCU students talking about their favorite Christmas movies and who they think will win big at the Grammys. Stay with us.
Hey, Oklahoma, do your part and help. Keep Oklahoma beautiful. This is our land. This is our pride. Our roadways that we travel, our lakes and parks that we love, our businesses that we build, our communities that we create. And that's why littering is not okay. This is Oklahoma, our land, our pride, and we must take care of it. So do your part and help. Keep Oklahoma beautiful.
Meet Sarah Jane. She got her vision checked at school by Prevent Blindness Oklahoma. Prevent Blindness Oklahoma provides free vision screenings to children in all 77 counties in the state. Without this free screening, Sarah Jane's parents wouldn't know about her congenital cataracts. Because of Prevent Blindness Oklahoma and their screening, Sarah Jane will be seeing clear for years to come. Preserving sight, preventing blindness, making every child's vision count.
OCU is smart, fun, cute, driven, so busy, expressive, exciting. But you know this, you go here. OCU is my school.
Welcome back to Press Play. Music's biggest night, the Grammy Awards, are coming up, with nominations having already been announced. But who is going to win the year's biggest award, Album of the Year?
Album of the Year. I, Bon Iver, Norman Effin Rockwell by Lana Del Rey, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go by Billie Eilish, Thank You Next, Ariana Grande, I Used to Know Her, Seven, Lil Nas X, Cause I Love You, Lizzo, Father of the Bride, Vampire Weekend.
Those are all very good choices.
All 8 are nominated for Album of the Year for the 62nd Grammy Awards. Oklahoma City University is known for its prestigious music school. So what better place is there to ask students who they think will take home the top prize?
I think it's going to be Vampire Weekend with Father of the Bride. Their music is just really different and out there, and you can't listen to a song without kind of jamming out to it because it's got a really nice vibe.
I think Billie Eilish is going to win because she's super cool and she's got dark music, but it's not depressingly dark music. She's just a cool person.
I think Lizzo's going to win because almost everywhere I go I hear her music. Billie Eilish and Ariana Grande, just because I feel like both their albums were such successes this year, like all, like not just like Lizzo only had like one really big song, I feel like, but overall both their albums were killer.
Most of the OCU students we asked believe Billie Eilish will win Album of the Year. If she does, Eilish would become the youngest artist to win this award at 18 years old, a record currently held by Taylor Swift, who won Album of the Year in 2010 for her sophomore album, Fearless, when she was just 20 years old.
This is the story we're going to be telling over and over again. In 2010, how we got to win Album of the Year at the Grammys. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We will have to wait until January when the Grammy Award winners are announced to find out if OCU students were right. Lizzo had the most nominations with 8 for a few of her songs, including Truth Hurts and her album, 'Cause I Love You. All the award winners will be announced on January 26th, when the 2020 Grammy Awards will be held.
Christmas is coming up, which means it's time to start watching those fantastic holiday movies.
We asked our OCU baseball team, what is your favorite Christmas movie?
I'd have to say A Christmas Story, just because it was the first movie I could think of.
Die Hard, because it Go Against the Curve. It's not a Christmas themed movie, but the time of the year that it happens is Christmas, so it's a Christmas movie. And so it's going against the curve of Christmas movie norms.
Okay. My favorite Christmas movie is Home Alone, because a bunch of stuff goes down.
Okay.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, because I used to watch it 4 times on Christmas Eve, every Christmas when I was a kid.
Santa Claus, because it's funny when he falls off the roof.
It would have to be Home Alone, because one time my family left me at home when they went to Hawaii for vacation.
I'd say Elf is my favorite movie because I love Will Ferrell, and I would love to be raised by Santa and his elves.
Frozen, Frozen, and because there's reindeer in there. Yeah, thanks.
Sadly, this is our final Press Play episode of the semester. We have loved sharing the news with you these past few months.
From everyone here at OCU's Press Play, thank you for watching and happy holidays.